Here's our squad. You get Thief early now. So we have berries on that reduce rock. So anybody who's just weak to rock and not ground gets a big buff there. We've got like Icy Wind on our Willip. Pretty good. He is weak to rock, but we have the berry. Charmander, I think we're bringing it just to fight Vulpix. I don't even know if he has Vulpix anymore because they changed around some things in the game. So he might not have Vulpix, but I think Zippo does pretty well into that, and most of our guys are weak to either rock or ground, so we didn't really have a great team of 6. This is our other kind of best guy here. I'm hoping one of those two can beat most of Brock's things. Honestly, don't know if Psybeam or Bullet Seed will do more to Onyx, but if we get you out against Onyx, we can like set up a Reflect, we can set up a Stun Spore. If you're out against Onyx and not in like one-shot range, it's probably fine. We got this Dragon flying with the berry, so they probably won't use rock moves. We got Dragon Breath, which might paralyze. If we get time, we can set up some Screeches. Absorbs, like double super effective, even though it's low power, and it heals, so it like might be a good Onyx move if we're in a pinch. Grouse here because he's not really weak to either of the types, but he's pretty bad at stats, and like Bite is pretty powerful, but it's physical. I don't think it would do a crazy amount. He's not going to be terribly useful. And then Hoot Hoot, we have the rock resistant berry. We can get a free switch if we know he's going to use Bulldoze, which isn't super likely. Confusion's special, so it'll do some damage. Most of his guys have high physical defense, and we have Hypnosis YOLO if we need it. But mainly, I'm hoping Willip and Salad can kind of sweep this fight, and I'm hoping Zippo lines up really well into Vulpix and can beat her with Ancient Power. But we shall see. Here comes our Brock. Alright. First run back at the game. We'll see if we can beat Brock. We beat Faulkner. I've lost a lot of runs to Faulkners. Definitely wasn't the cleanest Faulkner fight, but we didn't lose anybody. We could have. We didn't. Alright, so Icy Wind is great, but Razor Leaf's super effective, so I think that's the better play, and I don't think he has anything that's super annoying. If he switches, Vulpix can eat a Razor Leaf pretty well. The Icy Wind's better against Vulpix, if he does switch, but since this Geodude's not part ground, I think Razor Leaf's a better call. Okay, and we go first. Might just one-shot. Nope. As you can see, oh my gosh, they gave him self-destruct? That's so bad. What? Are they going Emerald Kaizo on this game now? I don't think he had self-destruct previously. That's so toxic. Oh gosh. So the thought with leading with him was he's super effective against the Geodude. The Geodude's moves are not very effective against me because I have the berry for rock. I have grass type for electric. So I thought he'd just use some garbage move and do like 10 damage. But I guess he is self-destruct. But anyway, the plan was beat that dude with this dude, take very minimal damage, almost nothing was kind of the thought. And then Vulpix will come out and I can switch to Charmander, and Vulpix will be using a fire move because it's double super effective against Willip. So Charmander can get like a safe switch, which I like, and then I think Charmander beats Vulpix pretty hard. And since we didn't have like 6 guys that were great against like Onyx and stuff, finding a way to make one of the guys that doesn't seem great in this matchup useful seemed like a really good plan. But the self-destruct really hurt Willip a lot, so he's kind of out of commission. If somebody dies, we can send in Willip and do like a quick attack Ice Shard thing, like finish off somebody if they just barely live. So he still has some potential in this fight, but we're hoping to not have to bring him back out. So that means Execute has to beat Onyx, which I don't know how that's going to go. That burns our berry, and we had the rock berry, so that hurts a bit. Now, he might switch to Onyx here, so we could Brick Break instead of Ancient Power, but I don't think I want to do that. I think I want Ancient Power. Shoot. The Brick Break would have been a little better. Okay. So the huge problem here is we had that berry on. Didn't expect the Incinerate. I think if he knew Charmander was out, he wouldn't Incinerate, but that's something to consider in the future. So the thought here was Onyx can use rock moves or ground moves, and they're both super effective against Charmander, so I don't know what I'm switching out into, and those are vastly different moves. So I wanted to have the rock resist berry on because I'm pretty sure the computer knows what your items are. So he would use the ground move because it wouldn't trigger the berry that reduces rock damage. But now I can't know that he's going to use Bulldoze instead of Rock Tomb. So I can't free switch into a flyer or switch into like Execute and have him, you know, take reduced damage from the ground attack. So if I switch to the flyer and he uses the rock move, the berry will trigger. Which isn't the worst thing in the world. I don't think Zippo can survive an attack. I don't think Will can survive an attack. If we switch to Salad and he uses the rock move, Salad might be in a bad spot. If we switch to like Hoot Hoot and he uses the rock move, Hoot Hoot will take some damage and then we can reevaluate. We'll know he's using the rock move again, I guess. It doesn't really help us. If we switch to Hoot Hoot and he uses the ground move, we get a free switch and we can hit him with a confusion. That doesn't really help us that much, does it? We could YOLO Hypnosis. That would be pretty good, but it's pretty risky and it doesn't help too much. Oh, the Growl would be pretty good. Okay. I mean, I don't think we're going to use Hoot Hoot anymore in this. Oh, did we see? Does he only have 3 Pokemon? He might have more Pokemon now. I didn't check. Because I think Falconer had the same amount. They just switched Wingull out for somebody, Rufflet, with Slash, which is toxic for Nuzlocke. And they switched out this dude's Pokemon with Geodude. They switched out his move with Self-Destruct, which is also toxic for Nuzlocke. Oh gosh, they do not like... I guess they give us access to more Pokemon, so they're making it a little harder for the Nuzlocke. Maybe? I don't know if they consider Nuzlocke when they're doing stuff. Okay. Self-Destruct hurts, and the Incinerate hurts. 2 things I did not expect. Screech would be sick. I think if you're fighting him, we're going to Absorb. I kind of like that. So if he uses a ground move, it does nothing. Which is nice. If he uses the rock move, it eats our berry. And then we can Absorb spam him, which is double super effective, and it's special. I think Absorb will destroy him. And I think, you know, there's a decent chance he uses Bulldoze instead of Rock Tomb. I think Bulldoze is a better move. I think he's more likely to use it than Rock Tomb. I think Nora switch here is good. What I don't like about switching to Execute is if Execute gets in a bad spot. Yeah, if Execute's in a bad spot, we're not in a good thing. It's not good. And if we switch to Nora, things don't change that much. If we need to switch to Execute, he's still going to eat the same attack and we'll have to go from there. But I think Nora's the play. And if Nora dies, if anyone on the squad can die, I want it to be Nora. Because I don't know much about this flying dragon thing, but apparently it doesn't evolve to like level 50. So it's unlikely to be useful in the run at any point other than like Falconer / Brock. So that's my thought process here on this. I don't know all the enemy's moves or items or anything, by the way. I think he has a Berry Juice. He had a Berry Juice before. Nice, he still has Berry Juice. Okay, so he did do the Bulldoze, which makes sense because I think it's a stronger move than his Rock type move. Now I don't know what he's going to do on Nora because I have the Berry that reduces Rock type, so he might just use a Rock anyway. He can't Bulldoze, and I don't know what his other moves are, but I think Absorb's pretty good. Unless he got a new Pokemon, this is his last Pokemon, so he can't switch out. I think Absorb is really sick. I don't really want to try for Paralyzing with Dragon Breath, but maybe it's play. Since we go first, Onyx is pretty fast, actually. I don't know that we'll go first, because I don't know what this dude's stats are. I think I have okay speed. I'm just going to Absorb. I feel like it's safer. But if he has another Pokemon that I don't know of and wasn't paying attention to see, and he switches, there's a good chance Absorb might not be great into that, whereas Dragon Breath is probably neutral and has a chance to Paralyze. But I think Absorb's play. Okay, so he doesn't have any other good moves to use, so he's going to be like, well, you have the berry, but I'm going to do it anyway. That's going to lower our speed. It shouldn't do crazy damage if we have the berry. That's not good, though. So hopefully this will bring us up to, like, full health. He's going to Berry Juice. Okay, so we're at full health. Oh, shoot, I didn't pay attention to how much damage he did. It wasn't half our health, right? So I think what the berry does is it reduces the damage by half. And I think he didn't get us down to 20 health. I think it was like 25 or 26. So I think if he doesn't crit, we won't die, and then we can Absorb him again. So we're dead to a crit here, which is something you want to avoid if you're doing a Nuzlocke. You want to have as few chances to die to crits as possible, because they will happen. But I don't know that our odds are better than that switching, so I think we just spam absorb. He's going to be faster than us, because he already was, and he slowed us. I don't think anybody has a better shot than Nora does here, and I don't think he'll kill us if I understand what the berry does correctly. I don't think it'll kill us without a crit. That did more damage than I was expecting. I don't know if this absorb will kill him, which is unfortunate. Nope. And it won't heal us enough where we can hit him again, and we're not fast enough to go again. So, either I got what the berry does wrong, or he low rolled on that first attack and then high rolled on that second attack, because the damage a move can do varies a little bit. So he might have rolled like the lower end of that damage the first hit, and then the higher end the second hit. It's kind of scary, but if it only did 16 damage, then it should have only done 32 if it hit the same spot, but it ended up doing 38 or something, so it seems like we're probably guaranteed to not die to a non-crit there. The problem is, we got through his berry juice, and we got him pretty low, which is nice. He's going to Rock Tomb for sure. So I could send out Boyd, eat the Rock Tomb, and then hope he uses Bulldoze, because I think he prefers Bulldoze to Rock Tomb. I think it's a little stronger and it doesn't miss. So I think we could just use Boyd's health total to have a better switch for either Nero or Salad. I think that's the play, because I can't think of what else we'd use Boyd for this fight. If Willip had good health here, we could switch him out, have him use his berry to tank the hit, and then Ice Shard to kill. I think would be pretty good, but he's way too low for me to be confident in that. I don't know if Salad could tank 2 Rock Tombs or not. Onyx hurts quite a bit. So I think the Boyd strat's good. Maybe a crit would kill Boyd, but I doubt it. I think he can survive. I wanna try to get him to use Bulldoze here. Okay, so a crit would have brought me down 2 health, which means that might be a low roll on the damage, so it might have killed me, right? Our speed's lower, so he'll go first, bulldoze us, and kill us. That's what I expect. We can switch to Salad and eat the bulldoze, or we can switch to Nero and dodge the bulldoze, question mark? And then hit him with a confusion. Not bad, but I think if we switch to Nero and it doesn't work out, we're going to be switching Salad out against a Rock Tomb. Whereas right now it might be Salad against the other attack, which I kind of like. Nero might be able to growl him or something, but I think Salad's the play here. And if Salad doesn't work out, we're kind of in a pickle. Might have to sack somebody and Ice Shard him. So it was the Bulldoze, which is what we wanted. It's not very effective. Good. Now, I want to do a Reflect here, because that... we might be able to just kill him with a Bullet Seed. Oh, yeah, we probably should just kill him with a Bullet Seed. Setting up the Reflect is nice, because if something goes wrong, like we know his damage is significantly reduced, but just killing him seems better. I think Psybeam would probably also kill him, but Bullet Seed's double super effective. Problem is it's physical, and he has way better physical defense and special, but like, this probably just kills him. Now, one thing to note is if he was at full health with his Berry Juice still, Psybeam would be probably... like, Bullet Seed hits multiple times, so in between those hits, they can trigger their held items, which is something to keep in mind. So like, if he had Berry Juice, Bullet Seed might not be the right call, because he'd be able to activate it between hits. But I think this is the best play here. I don't know what his other attacks are. Okay. Now we can see how much Rock Tomb would have done. Oh wow, Salad is tanky. Oh, crap. Okay, so Execute's really good against Brock, if he's this tanky. The biggest problem I have with Brock usually is, like his Onyx and his... like his Onyx hits pretty hard. It's hard to switch into it. And it's got like enough health, it's hard to like kill really easily. Oh wow. Oh yeah, we never killed the Vulpix. And he is another guy. Okay, this is gonna be a lot harder than we were thinking. I completely forgot Vulpix never died. So I think Zippo can eat another Incinerate, and then he might switch to his last guy. He switched out Vulpix, so he probably doesn't have a good move against Zippo. Otherwise he would have just stayed in. It seems like the safest bet, and we don't want our grass guy getting wrecked. So he didn't switch, so whatever his last guy... might not be great against Charmander. Okay, and that one has a berry too, so Incinerate would have been nice if we could have used that. Yeah, because he has immunity, and we don't have it. Ominous Wind is his off-type move. It's a bit, but not enough to be super worried. I don't think this will kill, which is unfortunate. So, yeah, real close. I don't think Ancient Power can buff our stats. I think they removed that from the game. If he Ominous Winds and crits, we die. But we go first, so be fine. I don't know if they can get... If they removed it... We're fighting Brock. If they removed, so like Ominous Wind, Silver Wind, Ancient Power, I don't know if those in this game are allowed to raise all your stats. Like, they deleted Sand Attack from the game, they made Mud Slap not lower accuracy. So I don't know if they changed those moves, or they just say the player can't get those, or neither of those things. So, like, if that Vulpix used Ominous Wind and it raised his speed there, I would have been very nervous, because a crit Ominous Wind would kill us, and even just with the attack boost, it might have killed us. But Zippo did his job and took out the Vulpix, that's good. Now, apparently Brock has a new Pokemon, but we have no idea what this is, and that's frightening, because Brock was kind of hard enough without them giving him a new Pokemon. Oh, you must have, you missed the... They gave his Geodude self-destruct. Ooh, that's not good. We have Execute Bat left, but he's a flying type. I did not expect Brock to have a flying type. So they gave him a new Pokemon, and it's another bird. Ooh. Yeah, our plans got real messed up, because that Geodude, I'm pretty sure, didn't have self-destruct before. So Willip was supposed to go out there and just wreck him, because Electric's bad against us. We had a berry to stop Rock. And I don't think any of his other moves did anything. But they gave him self-destruct, so he just YOLO exploded on us, and now Willip, like, can't fight. But also he is a flyer, so our two good guys in this fight get wrecked. And it's Rock type, so it wrecks these three. And Poochyena sucks. So his Rock flying is actually super effective against 5 out of my 6 teammates. The guy we didn't expect or know he had. Oh boy. So Willip can Ice Shard him. That's at least one time super effective. So if somebody dies, Willip can come out and Ice Shard him and we probably win. But we're probably gonna have to sack somebody here. Right? So he's against Zippo, so he's gonna use either Bulldoze or like Rock Tomb. Which are very, very different moves. If he's gonna use Bulldoze, we could switch to Salad and bait him into using a flying move. Doesn't help. If he uses Bulldoze, we could switch into either of these, but if he uses Rock Tomb and we switch to either of these, we're in some big trouble here. I have the berry that reduces rock damage on a lot of my guys, but it's not that useful. It just basically removes the super effectiveness from it for one attack. So like we can't switch into Willip and have him eat like a Rock Tomb or an Ancient Power or whatever this bird thing has. So Willip really only gets to come in if somebody dies, and then just quick attack Ice. Salad was really, really tanky against that Onix. But this guy's gonna have flying moves, so... Oh gosh, 36D, that... So, Execute against Onix is insane. He did nothing to me with his attacks. So yeah, I'm kind of wishing we set up that Reflect, but maybe it wouldn't have lasted long enough. It seems silly to set up a Reflect when I thought that was his last Pokemon. I forgot about Vulpix and didn't know he had a new one. I wasn't paying attention. Okay. I have no idea what this guy's moves are other than he's a rock flying type, so he probably has rock moves and flying moves. And I think Brock gives you Bulldoze, so he probably has Bulldoze. Everything seems bad. It's his last Pokemon, so I guess we YOLO Nero, and then we're probably going to end up sacking Nora. So maybe we YOLO Nora first, because he might use a ground move. If he uses a ground move, and I switch to Hoothoot, I'm going to be... Hoothoot's going to get a free attack. And I think I like that more. So we'll see what happens here. Probably should think about this a little more. Because we're pretty likely to lose a Pokemon based on how this went. Ooh, now we know what he has on him. Berry Juice. Oh, gosh. He's tanky. And he has Pluck. Not great. Oh, gosh. Now we're not resistant to Rock anymore. He's probably going to use Rock Move. There's a chance we're faster than him and we can Growl him. But then we're sacking Hoot Hoot. I don't really want to do that. I don't know if Ice Shard will one-shot him. I don't know how tanky this bird is. Yeah. I have a feeling Ice Shard won't one-shot him. That's kind of a problem. Then we're gonna lose Nora and Willip. And then we'll send out somebody and hope they're fast enough to hit him. I don't know if anybody is. Uh-oh. Okay, Charmander might be faster than Arak, whatever his name is. And we have one Ancient Power left, which would hit him quite a bit. That's probably our last resort. If Snover dies, Charmander can try to Ancient Power him. Yes. I'm not... So we gotta think about which Pokemon we're okay with losing. And Charmander would be really good for the Erika fight. Whereas... I don't know if this guy's particularly good for any of the fights. It might be good for Misty. Yes. We already have Execute, though. I don't know if Execute's good for Misty. We don't get a Leaf Stone. So we can switch to Nora, have Nora die, and then Willip Ice Shard. It won't kill, he'll Berry Juice, he'll be at like 3/4 health. Send out Charmander, Ancient Power. If we go first, probably still won't even kill. Charmander dies, and then everybody else is too slow to hit him, and we're wiped. So how do we avoid that? I think Nero's slower. So if Nero attacks, he just dies. So I think we just let Nora die. I think Noctowl's more useful than this dragon flying guy that's never going to evolve. So I think we just let Nora die here. To give Willip a better chance, we could try like Poochyena hitting him with a bite or something, but I think Poochyena might be slower than him anyway. Not very fast. Yeah. Alright, this was bad. Because if it was like another rock ground guy, like Execute could just wreck him, but it happened to be an unknown Pokemon that we didn't even know he had another Pokemon. And it has to be good against my grass dudes. When he already has a Vulpix to beat my grass dudes, which we had Zippo for. That's unfortunate. Alright, Nora's dead. We're sacking Nora. And then we're gonna sack a Bomb of Snow. Berry Juice is real rough too. Oh, he plucked instead of Ancient Powered. He might not have a rock move. Okay, so Willip's probably dead here too, but we at least get the Ice Shard off. Maybe it'll kill, you never know. Don't know how fast that bird is. Okay. The Berry Juice activates, so we basically didn't even get to hit him there. That sucks. And the Pluck's gonna wreck us because it's super effective. Okay. I think we don't have healing berries on. Oh gosh. Alright, so now we could have Zippo try to Ancient Power. Zippo's probably the only one fast enough to have a shot at it. Yeah. I mean, he's probably dead, but... I don't see a way around that. Like the worst case though, he had an extra guy and it was good against all my guys. We are faster, that's good. Zippo's very fast. Not quite enough damage, so we're dead. Oh, we got our stats! It's in the game! It's allowed! Is that enough to survive a hit, though? I very much doubt it. Come on, Zippo, live! He did! What?! Are you kidding me? Zippo! Ow! How did that only do 10 damage? What? I mean, Ember's gonna kill, right? It's not very effective. Is Brick Break better? Yeah, we're out of Ancient Powers. It's a shame. Maybe Brick Break's better. It's neutral. Yeah, I think Brick Break's probably better. I That should kill, though. Right? We got the attack boost. That'll kill. We're fine. And we're definitely faster, because we got a speed boost, and we were already faster. Zippo the champion saves us from total defeat. But I actually grew attached to our Snover Willop. I thought I was gonna hate him because he's weak against everything, but he has some cool moves and stuff. That's kind of a sad thing to lose. The bat, I'm totally fine with losing. I thought we'd lose him in Faulkner.